Yeah. You got your clip ready?
Yep. Did those things even sting?
They will.
Well,
just like then. One got on me and stung me on the finger.
well, I'm allergic.
Let me see if I can situate this camera a little bit better. Maybe that'll hold a better view. I'm thinking that there's a big clump of bees here. So is she in here? I'm not seeing her yet.
I feel like he's going to be right in there.
There's a leaf under there. It almost looks like there's some wax on that leaf. I don't see her. Not there.
I'm going to start out slow.
Yeah. Yeah, just work your way from the outside in. This looks like a full swarm. Here's another clump. Looks like another leaf under there, maybe. She's more likely to be in the middle of them.
I'll hand you that to get that ready. Water down there on that bird bath.
Yep, they like bird bath.
Yeah. I don't know, is it common for them to do that on the ground? I mean, I don't know nothing.
No, it's the only second time I've seen them on the grass like this. I had one in a stump a few weeks ago. Stump was on the ground. Mm-hmm.
Exactly what do they do?
They're waiting on the scouts to find a suitable home, and then they're going to move in. So these bees were part of a bigger colony, and they decided they were overcrowded. So they send the queen and half the bees out to go.
They'd have got gone.
They would have, but they could have moved into your neighbor's soffit, or into the attic or somewhere. They could have moved into this building or that building. You don't want that.
Right.
They could have moved.
They could have gotten that building there easy.
Yeah, they could have moved into a tree if there was a hollow in a tree. It's completely natural and normal, but
yeah, I just curious. I didn't know anything about it.
we collect them up to keep them from moving into people's buildings, and then we take them home and set them up in a hive and let them make honey.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What?
her spraying her pheromone?
Yeah.
I think that I accidentally got the queen.
Well, you might have, but yeah.
Right there.
You see her?
Right there, dot.
Yep, I see her, and she is marked. We got her. Yep, there she is. She's in there. Oh, she came out. She's small. She came out. Let me see if I can get her. There she is, right there. Let me see if I can get her, and see if she come out again. Let's see if we got her.
Yeah, we did.
She's in there. She's in there. Let me just lay it there and see if she stays in it. Okay? I got her in the clip, and she came right out the clip, and I may have had too many bees in it, you know, and it might have left an opening. So I laid the clip there in the middle of them. He's going to continue.
Look at them already.
They're all over it, yeah. So this will keep them all there while we vacuum them up.
My son was telling me they're a big part of the ecosystem. What does that mean exactly?
Well, they pollinate all the plants and trees.
So you taking them to a hive doesn't affect that?
No, because they'll pollinate my neighborhood, and
okay.
So see, my neighborhood, I believe it or not, I've got 20 hives in my backyard now. So my neighbors, they all benefit, you know, from if you've got a flower bed or if you've got a garden.
So this
you know.
had to come down from one of his houses.
It probably did. You say you got a neighbor that has bees.
Yeah, he's one, two, three, the fourth house over. And
Yeah.
he just had one beehive back there.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought, well, I'm just going to call you. He didn't answer the door, and I just wanted him.
Well, so it was
The queen is marked.
Yeah.
I mean, and a marker.
Oh.
And the color tells you what year. This queen is marked yellow.
Yeah.
So that was last year's queen.
Oh.
Red,
So you're saying
red
this guy
is
down
his,
here did that?
Well, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Did it. Probably him.
well, a beekeeper
Yeah.
marked his queen, and she swarmed.
And they
You see, and when you know the goal of most beekeepers is to manage their colonies where they won't swarm. You can split them, or you can give them more room. You know what? There's things you can do to try to prevent
that
it.
one hive. I don't know, but I'm not. Gonna
Yeah.
mention
So
it to him.
sometimes you'll stack your hives and stack your hives and stack them. You know, and they'll make a lot of honey if they fill that
So
up.
really, it would have been a better idea instead of taking them to where you are with 20 hives, somewhere where they just got like one hive or something, not necessarily further away. Or
Could be. I've got a couple other yards that I'm filling up too. I've got 3 hives at my daughter's yard, and I've got 1 hive at a friend's yard, and then I've got a mentee. I gave him the last swarm that I picked up. Well, I didn't actually pick it up. I was so busy that I just called him. It was nearby where he works, and I said, "Hey, there's a swarm if you can break away and go get it," and he did. He went and got it.
Because I don't know how long they would hang around like that. That's what I was worried about.
yeah,
Usually 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
I don't
He
even know
discovered
what
them
the
yesterday.
ecosystem is. What does that stand for? What is
It's the greenery, the soil, the water,
Everything working
the humidity,
together as it should.
the animals,
Oh, it's
the environment.
maybe yeah.
And they are a very
The-
big part of it. And there's less and less of them.
Yeah. And see, this vacuum is a special vacuum for vacuuming bees without hurting them.
Yeah.
So the goal for us is to keep the queen in a clip, or
So they'll stay
it's a
there.
cage. It's a cage with a spring on it. It looks like a hair roller, like a hair
And
clip.
was she right in the middle of them? Right
She
down that
was.
little hole?
No, she was,
No?
but she was in the middle of them, and because she's marked with a yellow dot, he saw it while he was vacuuming. There she is.
Oh, wow. That's
And I had my clip ready to go when I grabbed her up.
Well, that worked well then, didn't it?
Yep. Yep, and so we'll just vacuum all the rest of them up,
Yeah, you got to take care of that.
and
that a lot of them seem like they're just
it seemed like a good swarm. Yeah, seemed like a good swarm. That
If they can't come down there, they followed her quite a ways because he's on
yeah.
the side of that beige house.
That's pretty common for them to go a distance like that, and they could go even farther once they establish their new location. So
Do they all go in the swarm, or do they? Some go and then some later.
they all go at the same time. So
I've
when they got,
never seen that.
if they had decided on a place, we'd left them here, and they had decided on a place, they'd just all take to the air, and you'd have a big old cloud of bees. Zhoo, they'd be going, and they'd fly away. Yeah, they would. Yep. And so he's making good progress here, and they'll be safe inside of here until we get them home, and then I'll dump them out into a beehive. I brought a beehive with me because sometimes it makes more sense to just put them into a hive, like if they're hanging off of a limb like this.
Oh, yeah.
you can put the hive under it and shake that branch one time and they'll all just fall down in it. And as long as the queen goes in there, then the rest of them will go in and stay in there with her.
You know, I think I told you on the phone I had that bird bath down there. And this time
Yeah.
of the year, they're just all in the water. And I don't know if that's what might have attracted them from down there. Because they've been coming some from down there, I guess, every year.
Mm-hmm.
Or would they do that?
They would, yeah. See, I had a bird bath at my house in the driveway, just off the driveway. And my mother-in-law has to get out and open the gate. Did she get out of the cage?
No, she's still in there. They're all over still.
Okay. My mother-in-law has to get out of her car to open the gate, and there's the bird bath, right? And the bees are all on the bird bath feet, getting a drink of water, and she said one of them got in her hair.
Oh my God.
So she asked me to move the bird bath. I had to move it.
Well, you know, we have a lot of get-togethers here on this back patio, and everybody says, "Oh no!" I said, "They're
Yeah.
not going to sting you." I go in there every day and cleans it and change the water. They've not stung me. They will not sting you. Those bees
Yeah.
don't sting, do they?
One of them stung me on the finger, I guess.
Here?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's not it, but it was in that area.
huh. Well, I've
That
never
one
been
of
stung
them,
on
one of them stung me. Well, I reached down in there and I was pushing them around to see if
They
I
get
could see the
marked at.
queen, and one of them got on my hand, and I don't know why, but she decided to sting me. So,
One of them little worker bees.
yeah, yeah. And see, these bees can smell the other bees, and
Oh.
we've had bees in there before.
Now, how many will you leave?
Well, we'll vacuum up, all the bees that are here. But see, there's scout bees going out, and they'll come back to this spot, and they'll probably be here overnight. They might even be, they might be this many of them, stay here for a day or two. But eventually they'll leave.
Well, we
Yeah.
have bunny rabbits back here, and we have a neighbor's cat running right through here, and I thought, I don't want that. More than likely, they would have moved down there. I just want to visit. So, about how many times a year did you get a call about a swarm? A lot?
Maybe a dozen.
Dozen?
This will be what, about the fourth so far this year?
I don't know, with him having that beehive down there, would have, if they would be from there or not.
Well, it's either from there or another beekeeper nearby, because she's marked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Well, we're not going to say anything. Get the door. There's Albert. He's going to start the wall. So is the queen bee born? Is she a queen, or is she different from the get-go, or?
She is.
Oh, I'm going to Google it tonight and learn more about it.
The queen bee is made from a regular egg, just like all the other worker bees.
Okay.
What's different is how they feed her, and the cell that they build for her is much larger.
So they choose which one
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the queen.
They do.
Did you count them? Just a joke.
See, they're all in the grass,
Hard to
We
get
may-
all that grass.
We may be able to get them off of these leaves, Tucker. I'll pick up some leaves and let you vacuum. Here you go.
Let's rake it over here with the stone.
See, there's little bits of wax on this leaf now.
Yes. That quickly. There's some on here. I don't know if he wants to bother with them or not. There, down there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all over the place.
I wonder what would make her leave like that hive.
Well, they get overcrowded, and you know it's just their natural instinct.
To leave.
Right. It's to expand. You know to propagate the species. I guess is maybe one way to put it. It's not really part of the reproduction cycle, but think about it like that. You know, you've got a colony here, it's healthy, it's growing, it's doing well, it gets overcrowded. They're like, okay, they start making a new queen, and then she leaves with about half of the bees and leaves them behind to continue. They're going out and starting afresh.
Do they make a new queen?
They'll make a new queen in the old one, yeah. She won't leave, and they won't swarm until the new one is almost ready to emerge from her cell.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's and
So
they
it takes about how long?
it's about 16 days for a queen from the time that from the time the egg is laid until the queen emerges is about 16 days.
How would a person mark that queen? You just hold her and.
Yeah, you hold her in your hand, or they also make devices. I don't use a device. You can put her in.
A little spray paint thing.
No, it's a marker, so it makes a dot. So
Just a dot.
so you just touch her on the back, and it'll leave.
It stays on her.
You can make it a little bit bigger, you know. So it makes it easier to see.
That's amazing. And that color chart tells you what year she became queen. Set up the colony.
Yeah.
Wasn't it yellow last year?
Yeah.
That's what he had on her. That side.
She's in there. And see, I scooped up a lot of bees with her.
Yes.
And these bees can come and go through these cracks, but it's just the right size that she's too big to get through the cracks.
Oh, yeah, they're all in the kitchen right now.
Yeah, they're wondering where she's at.
Can I see her?
She's the one with the yellow dot. She's walking around.
Oh, yeah, I see her back there in the back.
There she is.
Oh. Well, I hate to have to disturb them, but.
Well, they'll be fine. We'll take them and set them up.
Get some good honey.
Yeah.
Buy honey when we go up to the house.
Just gonna set that right there for a minute.
I'll be back in touch with you and you can help me set one up for myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that, and I always said I would when I was retired. Now I'm retired.
Well, you can buy a hive, you can buy bees, or you can do like this and catch a swarm. You know. Or you can do our Rent a Hive program. That's an easy way to get into it. We could stay here all afternoon and keep vacuuming, and they'll still keep coming until dark. It's like it was when I was a kid in the 70s. You know, when the porch light comes on, you come home.
That's right.
That's about how the bees are. They come home.
I was in the 60s. I was born in 63, so we lived out in the country. I had a good childhood out in the country.
Well, I lived in a subdivision, but the subdivision was out on the outskirts of town, surrounded by soybean fields, and we had a couple of wooded lots that we played in. We had a neighborhood playground park right near our house. And we played baseball all summer. Just, neighborhood pickup game. Rode our bicycles, built ramps, all of that stuff.
I grew up with my cousins. When my grandfather passed away, he left about, I'm going to say, close to 10 acres. And his 6 children each got an acre. And there was a creek that ran through it we played in, and then the Alcohols had a big barn and horses.
And they're still gathering around her. See, they'll feed the queen. She doesn't go out and search for food.
No.
They bring it to her, feed her. Even in the hive, they'll take care of her.
Well, then what did she just do for them back in the time?
She lays eggs.
Eggs?
Up to 2,000 eggs a day in the season.
Wow.
She's a busy girl. Very busy.
This is my neighbor. She works at UT Agriculture.
Oh yeah? They were just in the grass. In the grass. Which is unusual. They usually hang from a tree limb or something. Yeah. The queen's in here. You want to see her?
She's in there now, and that's why they're all hanging close. You can see her. She's marked.
You want to see her? She's got a yellow dot on her in here. She's the bigger one. The only one with a yellow dot.
She's got a large abdomen?
Yes. Yeah.
On the side there.
Where'd she go?
She can't get in and out, but the other ones can.
Right there.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all aren't worried about getting stung at all?
No.
Like, this is really testing me. I've gotten hammered by yellow jackets a lot. Not by
Yellow
them,
jackets.
but
Ooh.
Yellow jackets are mean.
Yes.
apparently. I mean, dang.
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I just came up, what y'all doing?
We were making queen mating nukes last night. So we talk about management to prevent swarms, and I had a colony that had made about a dozen queen cells. I had seen them bearding on the front of the hive, and I'm like, are they getting ready to swarm? And so I knew that they had a prolific queen that was laying lots of eggs, and they were growing substantially. So I went in there and found a whole bunch of queen cells, like a dozen of them.
Yeah.
So I took most of them out, and I just left them with one because I never did see the queen. I didn't know if she was on what I took out or still in there. And so then last night we took all those cells and we divided them up and put them into individual new hives. We established new hives with each one of them. And we call those mating nukes because they're very small. And we just want that queen cell to develop and for the queen to emerge and fly out and get mated and come back and then start laying eggs. And that whole process can take, from the time she emerges, it can take a couple of weeks by the time she gets mated and starts laying eggs.
She always come back?
No. Sometimes birds get them.
Oh, things happen.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they get lost. But that's why they do it in redundancy. They, that
Like 30 hives, did you say?
20.
You're going to take this whole gig right here and put them in one of your hives and they'll stay?
as long as the queen's in there. So I'll leave the queen in the clip for a couple of days, and that'll allow them to get accustomed, and they'll start building fresh honeycomb. You know, even though I might give them some that I already have, right? But I'll put them mostly on fresh, brand new frames, and they'll immediately start building out honeycomb.
They just keep coming. I have not seen. What would you say the circumference of that was?
Just hanging out on the ground.
I mean, the diameter of it was probably 3 feet, so that makes it probably a 10-foot circumference around it.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen anything like it. I thought it was just something on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, that's oh, no, I thought that. And they said, no, it's in the backyard. I thought, what is it? How did you know what it was? That's a real thing.
Wendy.
It was Natalie Saunders.
Natalie
Now,
Saunders.
She may be associated with his wife, and she's a real so friendly.
Yeah.
Some people might put
Well, I can show you. There's a screen in there. Yeah, you want to turn it off, and we'll take the lid off. Turn it off, and we'll take off the lid. Just unscrew the lid. There you go. There's a screen in there, so they won't come out.
Fly out on you. Whoa, yeah, see it? They're coming up the side.
I mean, there's easily 20,000 bees in there. Easy.
And that's probably just regular, right? That's not really anything entirely significant, right?
Right. Yeah, this is just common.
They overwinter, I guess.
Yeah, they overwinter in a hive, and then here we are in the springtime when she starts laying eggs real heavy, and they'll grow and grow and grow, and it'll be getting tight, you know.
I said, let's fly this coast.
Let's make a new queen and go find a new place, you know.
About 4 houses up.
Yep.
New neighborhood forever.
That's unreal. So they keep hanging out in the grass looking for her?
Yeah, this is where her scent is. So they're just hanging out.
They knew they came to this spot. I would ever home.
Yeah, I'm so glad they
Yeah.
and the smart people.
But you know, some people.
Would throw gasoline and light them or something? And they wouldn't know.
I'm not for redneck, but I would do that.
They might not know.
What do you think about my magnolia tree? I don't remember it growing so. I mean, it sheds its leaves in the spring, but that looks bad.
Did it get hit by that crazy freeze we had? That do something to it?
Well, you know, I've never noticed it before, to tell you the truth. It's not this past couple of weeks.
I mean, they always shed some leaves,
Yeah.
but our trees are doing strange things this year from that 5-degree situation.
Well, that might be it. I used to have the most beautiful white oak here. It was one of the reasons I bought this house. I think I told you that. Yes, no, that was back there. That was strange.
Is that the
was like
stump right
that
there?
was yeah. That was like a mine trap.
And it
You
like
know,
they kept, yeah, they
and you
kept
can't get
digging.
those things out.
No rough.
And we had a pool there. See, I had a big above ground pool there.
Yeah.
And so you get out of that pool and you turn down to, you're stepping on those things. And everybody said, what are you doing? Honey? And, get her feet infected with these spiky things.
They're rough.
But the tree, I didn't cut it down just so it was a nuisance. It was starting to die. Branches were falling. And that the oak tree, the last 2 years, right when the leaves burst out, they had little brown raised rough spots on them. And I called UTA. They came over and checked it, and they said, that tree's not gonna make it. And we thought it might have been something to do with the pool, all the chlorine. And because, when you backwash the pool, it's got to run somewhere, so it's running out the yard. But the tree was over here, so that's why everything was
Yeah.
This is grown a lot. That tree's not really that old. I don't know
It's
how to
happy.
that.
It's not a maple. Like a, like a cultivar.
Is it silver? A cultivar.
It's a cultivar. It's not native. So you would have to tell me it's not. You are supposed to call it silver maple.
Look here. See, they've been hiding under this leaf. Some of them have.
Oh my goodness! I mean, it's on that one leaf.
Trying to hide.
And look, that's wax. They've already
Yeah.
dropped some wax on there.
What?
Yeah. They've been putting wax down.
Look at that.
Why?
Since yesterday.
Yeah, they're just full of it.
Really
They
full of it.
they really are. They're just full of it.
That's what they use. That's what they make their combs with, right?
Yeah. They're wanting to make some comb now, see, so we'll get them home and get them set up, and within a week they'll have some comb drawn out, and she'll start laying eggs. She'll lay eggs in it as soon as they get enough drawn out to start laying eggs. Yeah, a queen can lay up to 2,000 a day in the season. In the wintertime, they go sort of dormant. They just cluster and stay warm in the winter.
Yeah.
And the queen stops laying for a period during the winter. But then late winter, she picks up and starts laying eggs again to get prepared for the springtime, because she needs a big workforce to go out and collect the honey. They collect honey and pollen.
You sell honey?
Yeah.
They sell honey down there for you, though.
Really?
That's what I'm
Yeah, it's local.
But I mean,
I'm looking right at it.
yeah, that's what I'm supposed to get.
But, yeah.
It's not honey yet.
Right.
But I told him I'd always had an interest in that, and I said I was going to do it when I retired, but I wasn't ready to start today. I did a little research on it. They landed in the yard yesterday, and I was afraid something happened to them. This is great.
We have a rent-a-hive program for people that want to ease into beekeeping.
Yeah.
And we'll bring out a hive and bees and set it up and maintain it for a monthly fee.
And help you get familiar with what to do, right?
Yeah, we welcome the customer to get involved and to use it as a training situation. Some people just want them on their property, for pollination
They don't even get the honey
or whatever. Well, yeah, our deal is to split the honey 50-50. So whatever we harvest off of that one, we'll split 50-50.
That sounds like an awesome deal.
Yeah.
What's your company called?
Grassy bees.
Grassy bees.
Yep. GrassyBees.com. My day job is handyman though, and that's how I know Wendy, the realtor
Yes.
that Natalie works with.
You help them out.
Yeah, they've got Wendy manages some properties in Oak Ridge, and we maintain them.
Oh,
You stick with that, because I'm like, there's probably more work than you can handle out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just stick with their properties.
No, we service all kinds of clients. She's not our only client.
Really? 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
It's asking.
they're just filled up. Like everybody's like good.
Yeah.
Saying, need a handyman that will show up.
Right.
Well,
show
that's-
up and do decent work.
That's our thing. Is if we show up, when we say we're going to, then 9 times out of 10 we get to business.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife is a queen
He just transit. He's in transit. That thing's almost full. How many did you say that you
I would estimate 20,000 bees.
I'm really alone.
We didn't take time to count them all.
It don't hurt them at all. I mean, to be,
No. No, it won't hurt them at all.
but I mean, you get them out of there soon, don't you?
Yeah, we leave the motor running on low so they have ventilation
Yeah.
and the heat can come out. And we'll drive them home, and as soon as we get home, we'll set up a box and put them in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'll put the queen with the clip in there. I'll rubber band it so it stays in there, and the queen will be in there for about 2 days, and then I'll go out there and release the queen, and she'll stay because they've had 2 days to start building honeycomb and getting used to the smell, and the field bees will have what do we call it? Orientated. They do a figure 8 pattern out in front of the hive to orientate their GPS, just like you do your cell phone.
What happens if the queen dies?
Well, then I'll have to give her one of my other queens, or if she's laid eggs, they can make.
What do the other bees do, though? They just go to another queen?
No, they'll stay there even without a queen until they die.
Oh,
But if she's laid eggs, and then something happens and she dies, then they can take eggs and turn that into a new queen.
well, apparently
keep
there's
going.
a hell of a lot less queens than there are regular bees.
Yeah,
Like one in
there's one in every.
1,000?
1 in 20.
Well, 20,000 here.
Dang.
Yeah. There's only one queen per colony. Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie Mudfly about the ants and the
Long
grasshopper?
time ago.
I know, that's what this is reminding me of because
Mhm.
of the queen. And the queen ant was Phyllis Diller's voice.
I can't hardly
It's
remember.
actually on some channel because I glanced at it just last night.
I think we've got about all we're gonna get. Yeah. Do you want to get them off of the backpack and carry it on your back, or are you going to carry it by the handle?
I'm gonna carry it by the handle.
Okay. That's good because then you can make sure that the queen stays on there. She won't fall off. So there's a gate over here, and he closed the gate when he pulled the hose out, and the gate has little holes in it that air can go in, but bees can't get out, so they're trapped in there now.
Okay, but these can't get in. Are
No.
they gonna fall? They'll hang here.
Well, some of them will go with us as we walk to the truck
Yes.
and put them in the truck and leave the queen sitting there. But you'll have some that'll be flying around. You know, there might be a few bees for a couple of days.
I'm used to them in my bird bath.
But the ones that don't make it with us, they'll probably go back to where they came from. Yeah,
We'll go and they'll hook up with one of those other colonies, you think?
probably their mother colony. Yeah, they'll probably just go back where they came from because they know where it is.
That's cool. Isn't that cool? That's my picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure when the queen moves the whole hive around like that, some of them get left.
I don't know. It sort of feels like it's not. Now it is. You gonna put a rubber band around it so it don't open? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah,
We're gonna put them in the back seat in a seatbelt.
And they fly around with you.
Uh-huh.
What does that thing do?
This is a video camera I'm recording for my YouTube channel.
Oh, no.
Oh goodness.
You don't mind being on YouTube, do
Oh
you?
well, everybody says I sound like Paula Dean.
That's a good thing.
Do you like sell the honey?
Yes, sir.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought his name
Right.
and his
Yeah.
website and
Grassy
everything.
bees.
Yeah, Grassy bees.
Oh.
You have any honey in there?
No, I'm sold out.
Honey man don't have any honey.
I'm all sold out. Really. Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
Great news.
Yeah, this we've got a little bit that I could harvest. You know, yeah, buckle it up.
There's a couple of jars in here.
Is there?
Yeah.
You want to open it up and see? I thought I had sold all of it. I got honey stashed.
What do you have to do with it? Do you just get the hive and just hold it up and pour it into the jar and it's ready?
No, we have
You need to go Google.
we have to extract it out of the comb and then filter it. Now this is crystallized, also known as creamed honey, because it's been in my truck all winter long and it got cold.
Now what do you do when it crystallizes? Heat it?
You can, or you if you want to spread it on your biscuit, then you keep it like this and it'll spread instead of run.
Oh, okay.
And you put it on your
Charge
biscuit.
me for this one.
Those are $20. Yep. And you can, if you want it to,
I just gave you 20,000 bees.
You can, if you want to return it to pure liquid honey, put it in a steam bath.
Okay. Because I've had it crystallized like this, that honey that I've
And-
had down there at the UGO outlet.
Yeah, you can take some of it out and eat it
It's
crystallized like that. If you put it in even if you just took a little bit and put it in a little bowl and just stirred it up, it'll cream. It'll cream real nice.
Oh my gosh!
But
if
if
only
you,
I could eat that.
If you get you a pot and put some water in it and then put a colander on top of it, you can set this in the colander and that'll give it a steam bath. Don't leave it in there for hours and hours, but once the temperature rises,
Pure raw wildflower honey.
that's about 1.5 pounds.
So that should last me a long time because I don't.
Yeah,
Once I start on it though.
it lasts me about a month.
Oh, does it?
Yes. I put it in my cold brew coffee.
Oh.
So at night I'll grind up the coffee beans and put them in a jar like that, and I'll put a spoon of honey in it and fill it up with water and put it in the refrigerator.
And in the morning,
Thank
there
you.
go.
And then the next morning I've got cold brew coffee that's honey infused.
Oh my gosh.
So it don't go bad.
No.
No.
It won't go bad unless you were to leave the lid off and moisture gets in there, and then that could cause fermentation.
Well, does it make it taste different? What you said you did, leaving it in the truck like that and getting hot?
No, it didn't get hot. It got cold.
Oh, it got cold.
Yeah.
Winter, it's over there. Well, good. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so
yeah.
much.
I park in the basement, see, and the basement's cold, and the honey gets crystallized if I leave it in there too long. And obviously, I forgot that was in there.
That is a video recorder on his.
Well, I knew that.
You did. Well, I
Yeah.
didn't.
It's about time to shut it off.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Louise, what's going on, Libby? Libby Louise, yeah. Are you excited? We got some more bees. Are you happy about it? All right, welcome to your new home, girls. So she's definitely from a managed colony, but I guess they got away from him somehow. Them, him, them, her. Who knows? So we're gonna try to find a spot back here in the back corner where we can put them. Maybe we got all the bees out, maybe we didn't. And I've got a couple of deep boxes in the basement, but they haven't been painted, and I've been trying to use all painted equipment. Let's see how many frames we have in here. 3, 6, 9, 10. So there's 10 frames in here. I'm just going to put them back here. I know this is shady, and I prefer to put them out in the sun, but my yard's getting filled. I'm trying not to get them out here where the mowers mow. Keep them back there. I need to sell a few. Oops. Let's get the bottom board. We'll find a spot to plop them down. I think right there would be fine. Kind of aim them that way. Put the lid over here. I don't know, you think it's going to be enough? We got a little bit of drawn comb in here, not much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10. So the question is, do we want to put them on 2 mediums to start, or just 1, since I'm going to do medium here, not a deep. I think I'm going to start them out on this medium. So what's the deal? Are we too big for the... No, it wasn't lined up. Okay, we got our lid here, we got our queen here. We're going to need to get a rubber band and fix her to a frame before we dump the bees. Let's go see if we can find a rubber band. Tucker had one earlier. Here's one, that'll do. I don't even know where he got it. If that's a rock, then I don't think our mowers would want to hit it. Throw it back there in that corner, like that. Let's put her right here in the middle. Can we get her on there? Okay. Let's see here. How can we get her to stay about like that? I'm gonna have to rest her on the bottom like that. I really need another rubber band. Do 2 rubber bands, but if we don't move the box too much, then we could leave her with just the 1. I'm gonna leave her in there for a couple of days. So we got some new ones and we got some that aren't so new. Maybe we should mix them up a little bit. This is a good drawn comb. That's foundation. It's really a good idea to mix it up. Checkerboard, sometimes they call it. Okay, we'll put this one beside the queen. Here's another one. There's foundation, so let's put a foundationless with it. Okay. Drawn comb. Nope. Yep, so I've got drawn comb on each side of the queen. Foundationless, foundation. Alright, let's try to push them toward the middle. Alright. And so we're gonna dump them out here with her. Unscrew the lid. I see some of these bees here, they traveled just like that in the truck all this way with us. Alright, I'm gonna set that on top of there to keep it clean. gonna get ready to dump this out. And so when I dump it, all of my tools can come out of this bag. These are the pieces that go with the vacuum. So now those won't dump out with it. Alright, get ready. Ooh, did you hear that? Look at all them bees! Let's get a couple of pictures. That's a nice swarm right there. Nice swarm. I'm just gonna set them down on there. Let's see if they'll go down. See if they'll climb down in there with her while I get a picture of this one. All right. Isn't this exciting? Okay, see there? We got a few of them going in with her. All right, we got the rest of them off of there. I'm just trying to decide if I want to let them walk in there, do the march. Why not? When you dump them in there, you get a lot of them in the air. A lot of them flying in the air. But if I just lay this right here, like this, right up on the lip, now it may take them a little bit to realize where she is, but she's in there. And she ain't going nowhere. So I'm just going to leave them. And see how long does it take them to find out she's in there. We've got one adventurous bee climbing across, checking it out. Is she going to go inside? No. But they will, and they'll say, she's in here, people, she's in here. We're going to get them started. Come on, y'all, get started in there. Find Mama. She's inside. Oh, did I see one go in? I think I saw one. When they find out she's in there, they'll start fanning. They realize she's in there. So she's in here, people. See, they may be fanning inside anyway. There goes one, checking it out. Yep, she went in. They may be in there fanning anyhow. It looks like there's one fanning right there. I think that one is. She's fanning her wings and she's pulsating her bottom abdomen. It's not sticking up in the air. There goes, yeah. It's gonna happen. But I gotta go have supper. I gotta go eat. We'll come back out here in a little bit and see how many of them have gone inside.